What up, guys? It's Fernando back with another video. Today we'll be doing the UFC 328 recap and review and my reactions to the absolute shockers that went down tonight here at this card. This card was very, very good. I mean, especially the main card was just good, and the prelims were really good as well. So let's get into it. Of course, we got to start with the main event. We had Khamzat Chimaev versus Sean Strickland. Now, this fight played out like nobody had expected it. I mean, this fight was back and forth, up and down. One guy was taking the lead, the other guy was taking the lead. It was just amazing, this fight. It started off in the first round, Chimaev just getting him down and holding him down, but Sean made it real difficult. He did not let Khamzat Chimaev even attempt really a submission, and he defended well. Was using his hands, was able to use his feet, and really made Chimaev work the whole first round. And Khamzat was not able to get him out of there like a lot of people had anticipated him to do here in the first round. And boy, did that lead into something in the second. And then the second, we get them on the feet, train back and forth, and Khamzat's going to shoot, and he is shooting some sloppy takedowns, and he looks gassed. He looks like he has nothing left in the tank. I'm like, this fight might be over in the third or fourth, like Sean Strickland said. But they continue to do that, and Sean holds him down the whole entire second round, the majority of it, and is beating on him and getting some ground and pound off. It was a sight to behold, something that you would never, ever expect. So we go through that in the second round, and I'm thinking Chimaev's cooked. In the third, they just trading shots back and forth. One, like, everyone knows Sean Strickland, he's not throwing full force behind these punches. And people talk about how Sean doesn't try to, some of his fights can be boring, but this is how Sean Strickland fights. Everyone knows this is how Sean Strickland fights. He does not pounce on his opponent until he knows 100% sure that they are hurt, that he can get that finish. If he doesn't sense that, he's going to stick to his game plan, which is popping the jab, rolling with his shoulder, not getting hit all that much, even though Khamzat was hitting him, but nothing with major consequences, and just popping constantly Khamzat in the face, keeping it on the feet. And then in the fourth round, Khamzat, they're going back and forth again, trading shots, and Khamzat able to get him down to the ground, kind of holds him down, but again, does nothing with the takedown. And then we get to the fifth round. I have it 2-2 going into the fifth round, and it's kind of like the fourth round. Khamzat is able to get him down, but Sean Strickland gets up immediately within like 30 seconds. Pop, hitting him back with some decent stuff. And Sean just looked like he had a little bit more left in the tank, and that his basic style of boxing, with that guard and that jab and the 1-2, were able to defend off Khamzat, and he is able to pick up the victory in a split decision win, 48-47, in an absolute shocker. Now, I did not expect this one bit. I mean, no part of me thought that this was how this was going to go, especially with the waves that Khamzat was able to gas and then come back into the fight. It looked like at some point that he was winning the fight, even in the latter rounds. But Sean Strickland, in the end, was able to pick up the win. Sean Strickland is a really, really good fighter, and it's crazy to say that, but people don't put him on that pedestal that they have some other people on. He is just phenomenal. What he was able to do tonight was amazing. I mean, he made Khamzat Chimaev look like a human being. He made Khamzat look like he wasn't scared of Khamzat. He went in there with a smile, wanting the fight. He wanted this fight, and boy, did these two put on a pretty good fight. It wasn't the most violent or car crash of a fight that some people may have expected, especially in the later rounds. But this really lived up to the hype, in my opinion. They ended up hashing it out. I mean, they seem to be cool with each other. Who knows if probably on social media they're going to go back and forth. But we have a new middleweight championship, Sean Strickland. And boy, now the options are endless. I mean, there are so many people that Sean has still yet to fight. We have new contenders in middleweight that keep coming up, and up. And Sean can go through them. I think Khamzat's either going to go up to 205 because he looked big on the scale. I don't know if he wants to continue making that cut to 185. So I'm not sure what they do with Khamzat. I don't think he gets an immediate rematch because he just picked up the title. But as for Sean Strickland, great champion. UFC, that I know that's a PR nightmare for them. But fight-wise, I feel like he can put on some entertaining fights. and a bunch of new contenders for him. So main event lived up to the hype. And then we get the co-main event, Joshua Van versus Tatsuya Taira, and this fight was even better than the fucking main event. And the main event was pretty good. Joshua Van and Tatsuya Taira, this was a fight of two different styles. We have Tatsuya Taira, who wants to get the fight to the ground, hold him to the ground, maybe get a sub or dominate him on the ground. And we have Joshua Van, who is the best boxer, the slickest boxer in all of UFC. This dude's hands are so perfect. If you want to become a good boxer, you look at Joshua Van. He makes zero mistakes when he is boxing. The stuff he does is so clean, so crisp, so perfect. Joshua Van, what he did tonight was great. For the first round, Tatsuya was able to get him down and control him. That happens a couple times. And then the second round, Joshua Van is after getting controlled for the beginning portion of the round, he drops Tatsuya Taira with a massive right hand, and it looks like Tatsuya Taira is out cold. I thought the fight was over in the second round, but Tatsuya Taira was able to recover, not take any more major shots, and get to the end of the round. But boy, Joshua Van, as soon as he started letting them hands go, and as soon as it got to the feet, it was one-sided. And then we get to the third round, and Joshua Van absolutely batters Tatsuya Taira in the face. He is making his head look like a Pez dispenser. He's all bloodied. He is battered. He is whipping him all over. And Tatsuya Taira has nothing for him. I thought this fight was done. Everyone thought this fight was done. And the boxing was just levels above Tatsuya Taira, just beating the brakes off of him. And then somehow Tatsuya Taira makes it to the fourth round. And then Tatsuya Taira comes back towards the end of the third round and leads that momentum into the fourth round, and able to get him down to the ground and kind of control him there. And then Joshua Van is able to get back up and use his boxing again. And boom, just put it on him. Joshua Van's takedown defense was a little bit sus. I mean, he was able to get him down real easy. But the way Josh Van was able to scramble, he was able to shrimp, he was able to use butterflies. He kept moving. That's what you get with these 125ers. They're able to keep moving and get up and just be speedy quick with it. And that's what Josh Van was able to do. He was like a squirming everywhere and was able to get up from the ground. And that led to the fifth round where Joshua Van puts it on him. He is able to hit him with shots, and the thing that changed it all was the body work. Tatsuya Taira was getting a little bit tired. Joshua Van was not getting tired, and boom, the body work is what really finished him off here at the end of the round. The body work led to the head, and boom, Joshua Van was able to get the TKO win. This fight was phenomenal. Joshua Van, he was validated before. He is the flyweight champion, but this validated him even more. The way he was able to put a beating on Tatsuya Taira in the boxing was just great. Props to Joshua Van. Great fight. I can't say enough words about this. This fight was, I'm pretty sure it's going to be fight of the night. The fight just ended, so I'm not sure who get the awards and all that stuff, but amazing fight. Tatsuya Taira, he's going to build himself back up. He is young, he is fiery, he is good. So he'll make his way back up to the top. And as for Joshua Van, everyone knows it's going to be with that rematch with Alexander Pantoja. And so we'll see where that goes. But with this performance, that's going to be a good fight. I feel like Pantoja's more of a finisher. If he gets Joshua Van to the ground, he's going to try and ground and pound him or even look for a submission. He is vicious, but that boxing of Joshua Van is something to be. It is a sight to see. It is beauty. It is perfection. So great co-main event. Props to both these guys. So now let's get into the next fights. We have Alexander Volkov versus Waldo Cortez Acosta. They're going back and forth on the feet. Volkov wobbled him in the second round. Waldo was walked in and getting some big shots. Was really trying to land the big shots, but Volkov was able to use leg kicks, kind of really control the distance on Waldo Acosta. So we had Alexander Volkov pick up the unanimous decision over him. And then we have the fight that pissed me off the most. We have Joaquin Buckley versus Sean Brady. Sean Brady held him down the whole entire fight, all 3 rounds. As soon as it hit the ground, Joaquin Buckley was not able to get up. He looked horrible. He did not look good. He looks like he has done nothing on the ground or done nothing to improve his ground game. And this was the one completely swing and miss that I had. The co-main and main, I could see each of them winning, I believe, because I was biased towards them, but I still didn't pick them. But this, I thought Joaquin Wow was, or Joaquin Wow, that's a W superstar. Joaquin Buckley was going to be able to find a shot, and once he found that shot, was going to be able to put him out with some ground and pounder or some more shots, but he wasn't able to do that. So Sean Brady picks up the win there. He's got hell to face in that welterweight division. So we'll see where that goes from there. We have the main card opener was King Green versus Jeremy Stevens, exactly how I expected it to play out. King Green absolutely dominated him on the feet, was able to tag him, beat him up, got him to the ground, grounded, pounded him, and then rear naked choked him for a win there. So good on Bobby King Green. We have Ateba Gaudier versus Ozzy Diaz, like I called it. He KOs him in the second instead of the first. Absolutely dominant win by him. He's a problem. I've seen someone say he's a mini Ngannou, kind of. So we'll see about that. We have Amazar versus Joel Alvarez. He's able to arm triangle him in the second round. This is complete domination. There was nothing here during that fight. So there was that. Let's go through some more. Grant Dawson versus Mateusz Rebecki, whatever. I predicted Dawson to win. I think he was the slight underdog. He's able to, for some reason, Mateusz was initiating the takedowns on the wrestler. I have no idea why he did that. I feel like he had a better chance at striking. He could try to pressure him later on in the fight, but then Grant Dawson just takes him down, controls him, and rear nakes him, chokes him for the win. So good. That was a pretty decent fight for Grant Dawson here. We have Jim Miller versus Jaron Gordon. I predicted this one wrong. So Jim Miller catches him in a guillotine. The Jared Golden goes for a takedown. Boom, guillotine. That guillotine, whatever, real easily. Classic Jim Miller, 41 years old. He catches him in that submission. I predicted the finish for Jared Gordon, but I didn't think he was going to be able to do it. So there was that. Roman Kopylov and Marco Tulio. Kopylov was just technical and way too quick for him. And he's able to Kopylov's able to drop him a few times, back and forth, but Kopylov ends up picking up the win here with a unanimous decision. Again, that was more of a heart pick for me. Kopylov's on my do not bet list, so I picked against him. I knew I should have picked him here. We have Pat Sabatini versus William Gomez. This was a fucking snoozer, absolute disaster. Pat Sabatini holds him against the cage pretty much the whole entire fight. Zakayev versus Santos. Zakayev dominates him, busts him up, and then he's able to pick up the rear naked choke. And then we have Jose Ochoa versus Clay Carpenter. Jose Ochoa is able to keep it on the feet and really move around the ring, be technical, and pick up the unanimous decision, 30-27 on all three judges' scorecards. So top to bottom, this was a really, really interesting fight card. Good card, lived up to the hype. Like I said, very good clash of styles, and most of these fights. I ended up going. I think I went 8-4 in this card. But if you think about it, I wanted Joshua Van to win. I wanted Strickland to win, and all the other fights, I kind of predicted that Jim Miller was going to get the finish. So really, I mean, my ball knowledge is just so good. I'm just trying to give you guys the best bets, but sometimes you just got to pick with your heart here. So I ended up going 8-4. 8-5 because there's 13 fights. 8-5, but I don't care because everyone I wanted to won. This was just an absolutely phenomenal night with my Cavs winning, UFC, and WWE. So there was that. And yeah, so great night of fights. I got to end this video. I got to do the video for WWE Backlash, and I will see you in that one. So have a good one.